in the audience except Mr. Thippanna. Then Mr. Thippanna will make his presentation. After we listen to him, we can ask him our questions. And you can ask your question by typing in chat box in GoToMeeting. You can also email me at ed@agricultureinformation.com. I repeat, you can email me at ed@agricultureinformation.com. I will forward the questions sent by you. And if we have time, I may unmute one or two members in the audience so you can directly talk with Mr. Thippanna. Mr. Thippanna, I am unmuting you now. You can start your presentation. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Good afternoon, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear, ma'am.
Yeah. Please start your presentation.
Yeah. Hello. Good afternoon, everybody. Myself, Thippanna. Presently I'm doing a PhD in horticulture in the Indian Institute of Horticulture at Bangalore. I have my own Agri clinic in Shimoga. It is in Karnataka. It's basically working for the providing the basic in the integrated nutrient management and integrated pest management in horticulture crops, which it mainly accommodate the supply of biofertilizers, especially biofertilizer like azotobacter, azospirillum, rhizobium, which is very important for the horticulture crop in order to enrich the nitrogen fix the nitrogen in the plants and in the soil. And also now presently with the supply of some technologies developed by IHR like integrated that specialty fertilizers for the horticulture crops like banana special, like it is exclusively meant for the micronutrient which is required for the banana, which is very good, which is giving very good result for the good quality and increasing the yield of the banana up to 20 to 30%. The same way we have for the mango special, citrus special, and also for the vegetable also we have a vegetable special. First of all, I will concentrate on something related to how these biofertilizers will help in the uptake of nutrient in the plant. And for recently, the Indian Institute of Horticulture Research has developed the biofertilizer called as the Arca microbial consortium, which basically works as a nitrogen fixing, zinc solubilizer, phosphorus solubilizer, and also it acts as a growth promoting bacteria, which is a single material which can supply. If you mix this one with the AFOM, or if you drench in the vegetables for the vegetable while in the nursery, or if you incorporate this Arca microbial consortium in the vegetable nursery for the pro trays like cocoa peat media, and it will going to multiply this consortium, all the bacteria, they can grow synergistically. One will help in the growth of other, and the same way they will going to fix the atmospheric nitrogen into the roots and the media, and at the same time some in the Pseudomonas, that's one bacteria which will going to help provide the soluble the phosphorus and also zinc, which is very major. Phosphorus is a major nutrient, which is going to, if you apply the single superphosphate, if you apply to the plants in this root zone, it will go in which only 10 to 20% of this phosphorus is going to utilize by the plant. Remaining 80% is going to become unusable for the plants. For that, for all the soils, if you apply this kind of phosphorus soluble bacteria or in this consortium, we can avoid the use of this phosphorus fertilizer for the next 5 years in Indian soils, especially in Karnataka. All the parts we have enough quantity of phosphorus in the soil, but only availability of this phosphorus to the plants is very meager. That's why we have to adopt a integrated approach. How we can going to enrich this nutrient to this soil, first of all, nutrient in the soil, and make them available to the plant. This is how, if you regularly use these biofertilizer like azotobacter, rhizobium, this phosphorus soluble bacteria, and like presently this is the one Arca microbial consortium. It can prevent the application of all these in this one. All these biofertilizer, it contains single component which carries all these biofertilizers in a single component, and thereby it can going to reduce the application cost and also cost for these biofertilizers. And the major advantage is it will going to enrich the soil rhizosphere with these microbes. These will going to help to supply of these nutrient in a required quantity to the plant. Thereby we can get a good health, good growth in the plants, good growth and development. At the end, we're going to get a very increase in the yield up to, as per the IHR record, up to we can get a 10 to 16% increase in the yield. And also major advantage of this biofertilizer, as we are talking organic production. At the same way, for the organic production, we have to enrich our soil with these microbes. These microbes will going to improve our soil physical, chemical and biological property. If you apply the continuous only chemical fertilizers, we will going from the green revolution, already we lost the most of the fertile soil. If we apply only fertilizer, then only it will not. Now we have a time to change our soil fertility and make it fertile for a longer period. The way approaching use of biofertilizers is a very important component in the present day agriculture. We have to use biofertilizers in required quantity at proper time of application. These are very important for how we can go to apply. One thing, we have to go for seed treatment. First thing. Second thing is, when vegetable, especially for vegetable, we have to treat these that media. Like nowadays, 90% of the vegetables are grown in the vegetable seedling grown from the protein nurseries. In this, cocoa peat is the major medium. If we incorporate these like consortium into the cocoa peat, it will going to develop very quickly and going to enrich that rhizosphere in during the seeding itself in a very with good quantity of colonies of these bacteria, which when you transport these seedlings or plants in the field, which will going to establish very nicely. And the third thing, method of application, we have to drench these consortium or biofertilizer through the root zone of the plants, by in mixing with about 20 gram of these biofertilizers in a 1 liter of water. We can going to apply at least half a liter per plant. Then we can going to enrich this rhizosphere. The fourth thing is that we have to enrich this vermicompost, neem cake or FOM, which is available in the backyard of our this one. For every 500 kg of FOM, we have to enrich with these microbial consortium of about 5 kg. 5 kg quantity. If you enrich, then we can get enough number of colonies in the fertile. Then we have to apply this FOM to the main field. That's how we can going to improve our soil health. One thing. This is how biofertilizer going to help in the. And then the second thing is how these micronutrients will going to help in these specialty fertilizer, especially IHR developed Arca banana special, Arca mango special and Arca vegetable special. How these are the micronutrient based formulation which is developed from the Indian Institute of Horticulture, Bangalore. From last 10 years, they did a research on this only for the exclusive these crop specific micronutrient formulation, which is available in the in our Samrudhi Agri clinic. We are the distributor of this one in Karnataka. This micronutrient specialty fertilizer. If you apply this banana special to the banana in the after planting, we have to drench, and also after five months we have to spray this specialty fertilizer to the crop, directly through the crop. After 5 months, 6 months, 7 and 8 months, and also after one starts it's giving the shooting, we have to enrich this one, which will going to yield, increase in the yield up to 20 to 30%. Some of the research reports say that up to 30% increase in the yield. Minimum it will going to increase the yield by 20%, and also give a very good quality of banana fruits. In the same way, in vegetable also, it will going to fulfill all the micronutrients, especially zinc, boron, iron, and other very other nutrient which is very required for the crops can be supplied by this kind of vegetable special, this kind of specialty fertilizer. And the same way for both mango and citrus also developed by this Indian Institute of Horticulture, IHR Bangalore. And we have some more not related to this one, some more this one in the way of integrated pest management. We have some fruit fly traps for the, especially for mango in the season. Fruit flies is a major culprit for the loss of crop. Up to 30 to 70% loss in the fruit crop will be there. In order to avoid this mango fruit fly, it's a simple technology, eco-friendly technology developed by the IHR. There we can going to attract the male flies by putting a lure into one box, which will going to attract all the male flower, and which is costing only around 400 to 500 per cost per acre. At least we have to put 5 to 6 traps, and we have to change the lures every month in the season from February to May. In between we have to change the 3 lures for this one, and for that it is costing only around 300 to 400 per acre. Only cost will be there. That's all about this, how biofertilizers and micronutrients going to help increasing. If you have any queries, please. Hello, madam.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Thippanna, for the informative talk. Audience, please ask your question in chat box. Yes, there is a question from Devraj Tiwari. Kindly suggest any profitable crop. He is from Rewa, Madhya Pradesh.
Profitable crop, whether it for the Madhya Pradesh related, there presently that guava is one of the best crop, horticulture crop we can grow in Madhya Pradesh area. But if you are irrigated or well supplied with this one now, near to city, you can go for vegetable cultivation with protected vegetable cultivation is the best option.
Okay. Next question by Kavita. What are components present in biofertilizers?
The components are majorly that nitrogen fixing azotobacter will be there, major one thing, and azospirillum, rhizobacter, pseudomonas, some species which will going to solubilize the zinc, and also some plant growth promoting rhizobacter and phosphorus soluble bacter. These are the major components in the biofertilizers. And also vascular herbicide mycorrhizae. This is a fungi which will going to solubilize the phosphorus in the soil and are going to helps in the better promote root growth.
Okay. And Nilma Shah is asking, is dates a horticulture crop in India?
Is dates? I'm not getting, ma'am.
Nilma Shah, please repeat your question. I think she is asking about dates.
Date palm. I don't have any information about date palm, madam, because only in Rajasthan area only dates is cultivated in India, madam.
Okay.
I'm very less know about date palm.
Okay. Okay, sir. Mr. Somnath Bhattacharya is asking, are you talking about sulfated micronutrients of chelated micronutrients?
No, not that one, madam. It is not a chelated nutrient. It is only about specialty. It is a component. It is a spray. It is a foliar application of nutrient. Chelated we can apply to the soil. Also, we can go for the foliar spray. It is specialty fertilizer. Only it is a combination of both 5-6 micronutrient, madam. Zinc, boron, copper, iron, and magnesium in the required quantity for particular crop, madam. If banana means they are exclusively traded for 15 years in that crop, and what are all the nutrient requirements, and for that this specialty fertilizers are developed.
Okay. And Prashant is asking, for 1 acre plantation, how much money can I save using your product as compared to other chemical based productions in the market?
We can't say in the terms of this one, madam, amount, but it is, we can say in terms of fertilizer usage, no, we can save up to 40% of fertilizer which we apply to as a chemical, no, that we can reduce. And one thing, if you apply the chemical in the soil, no, it will going to in the usage, the efficiency is only 40 to 50%. If you use the biofertilizer in the optimum quantity, we can intensify efficiency of the fertilizer should be maximized up to 80%.
Okay. Prashant, when you are asking question,
that's how around 30 to 40% means If you investing about 1 lakh rupees for fertilizer, about 20,000 for fertilizer, we can going to save up to 8,000 per acre of plants per acre.
Okay.
By use of biofertilizer. Just we are spending about 1,000 rupees, less than 1,000 rupees, and also we are going to maintain this soil good health for the next generation also.
Okay. Prashant, when you are asking questions, please address all entire audience and not the organizer alone. Okay, so next question coming up by Kavita. How does biofertilizer enrich the soil?
Biofertilizers, biofertilizers when we apply it at the, it will going to develop the bacteria, and these are the bacteria and fungus, these are the microbes which will present already in the soil. But when we apply the regularly chemical, no, these will going to vanish. When we applied in the minimum that colony per unit area like that will be there. If you applied properly to the organic manure or FOM, they will going to develop in that condition, especially that organic carbon we call. They will going to get some food from the organic carbon. They will going to multiply themselves in the soil, and at the same time of multiplication, they will going to help in the whatever the nutrient required for the plant. Now they will going to doing specific function for that particular microorganism.
Okay. And Sir Ranjit is asking, do you have any nutrients for flowers grown in protected shed farming?
We don't have any particular, but vegetable, last year we tried that vegetable special for the tuberose. It is giving a very good result for the both in production, madam, both in yield and quality.
Okay. And Somnath Bhattacharya, he wants to know that your product is chelated or sulfates.
It's not like that. It's not chelated. It is a specialty. It is a mixture. It is combined with some inert material, madam. It is, we are going to directly use it. It is a sulfated, I think so. I don't have exactly this information for this, madam.
Okay. So next question by Devraj Tiwari. How many investment for potato farming in 1 acre land, and what is the correct time for farming as per market? I think he's asking about
really, because potato is basically it is a UP crop. I don't have really information about this one, madam.
Okay. I hope Devraj Tiwari, you got your answer. And Mr. Prashant wants to know, can we fully replace NPK fertilization with your product?
We can't replace the 100%, madam, because we have to already we are applying this one. We can reduce day by day. Once it is combining saturated situation, no, then we can supply these, because we can't supply the N required by the, because urea having a 46% of nitrogen. If you apply the FOM, it is hardly getting only 1% of FOM. We can't fulfill 100% of nitrogen required by the plant via application of this one, madam. We can reduce up to 50%, madam. Okay. That is how major thing is we have to maintain the soil health. Soil health also for the next generation. If you apply the only chemical fertilizer, we are going to spoil our soil.
Okay.
We have to both, it is called as an integrated nutrient management, madam.
Okay.
We can't rely only on the chemical or only on the organic. We have to go both in hand by hand. Then only we can maintain both soil health, productivity, and also reduce the cost of production.
Okay. So our audience wants you to share your email ID. Please type in the chat box your email ID.
Yes, ma'am. Madam, you got?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Hello. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And so, one more question by Somnath Bhattacharya. He wants to know whether micronutrients are crop specific or soil specific.
If it is soil specific, micronutrients is availability is depends on the soil condition, madam. If something is available richer in one place, it may not be available in other place. And also availability, if the absorption of the plant is depends entirely on the pH of the soil. That's why it is, if you apply this one to a foliar application, this is very important. It's a crop specific. Then we can consider it as a crop specific.
Okay. Is there anything specific for rice variety? Prashant wants to know.
No specific nutrient development for rice, but as per my this one, we tried this humic acid along with this vegetable special. It has given a around 15 to 20% increase in the yield of this rice, ma'am.
Okay. Nilma Shah is asking what horticulture crop can be grown in black cotton soil. She is asking what horticulture crop
which
can
be
grown in black cotton.
Black cotton soil. One minute, madam.
Yeah.
Because, madam, only thing we have to recognize this black cotton soil is a very this one, madam. If it is apply more water, it will going to become a this one. It will be swelling, madam. If there is no water, it will going to remove all the water. This one, madam. For that, especially black cotton soil is suited for only cotton is the best. Cotton and horticulture crop we can go for chili, madam.
Okay.
With proper maintenance of the soil moisture. Soil moisture maintenance is very important for the black cotton soil, madam. If you apply excess moisture, it will going to swell and becoming a waterlogged submerged condition. If you don't irrigate properly, it will going to become cracking in the soil and going to lose 100% crop, madam.
Okay. And Mr. Somnath, he wants to know regarding potato farming. Please use it during first tuber formation.
Madam, I know very less about potato farming, madam, please. Okay.
Yes, Somnath, he doesn't know much about the potato farming. If you have further questions, please ask. And he wants to know, will crops be certified as organic using this? Prashant wants to know. Will crops...
we can't certify this. When you use both chemical and biofertilizer together, we can't certify. But most of where it may be certified, we have to adopt this kind of both biofertilizers and also these less use of this. We can going to minimize how actually organic certification will taking place. They will giving some kind of this one, madam. Certification agency will be there. They will going to come and what are the routines work we are done at the farm. No, according to that, if you use 100% chemical free, they will going to give a certificate for the organic farming. This one, but we can only using this biofertilizer. We can do it, no problem, without application of fertilizer.
Okay. And in case of intercropping, what are the factors to consider for soil nutrition?
Major thing is in integrated cropping system, what are all the nutrient required for the each crop will be their specific nutrient requirement, and what is the root density. If you have a chili and some other crop, if you plant some in the mango, if you plant in chili, we have a different root zone for the each crop. Based on the root zone, based on the requirement of the crop, we have to supply the nutrient, madam.
Okay. And here Kavita is asking, we observe in rural areas in summer, blindly tons of lag bed mud will be dumped to all commercial gardens as well as to the open agriculture lands to enrich without anything getting tested. Okay, so how much it is correct?
This is now really they are not at all known scientifically, because only thing earlier that whatever that good soil coming from the this one, no, while rainy season runoff, it will come and silted in the lakes. From that soil they are used to take for the enriching the soil. But nowadays, nowadays there is a very rainfall is very problematic. If you using this silted this soil, no, it is not at all going to any favor to the crop. But at the same time, it will going to give a problematic by changing the pH of the soil.
Okay. So, Somnath Bhattacharya is asking, you cannot replace NPK. You have to use the same dosage of NPK either by synthetic fertilizer or by biofertilizer. So that you
No,
must.
because this,
Yes,
hello.
sir. Yes. Please continue.
Because NPK is the major, because for the growth of the plants, we required about 16 elements. For that, in which CHO, that is carbon, hydrogen and oxygen is supplied by the as a atmosphere itself. From the light, we can go to photosynthesis. No? They will absorb the carbon, oxygen and hydrogen. And another three major nutrients is nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. These are the very important nutrients. But even though nitrogen is available 78% in the atmosphere, we can't able to fix in the soil because it is fixed by the only biofertilizer, or we have to go for synthetic, and we have to supply, madam, because these are the major nutrient. We consider it as a major nutrient.
Yeah.
NPK.
So he's saying for that we have to perform the soil testing very regularly to know the fertility status of your soil.
Yes, for if you go for any cropping system, we have to test the soil well in advance. If based on the soil pH and available nutrient in the soil, they can recommend what are all the nutrients required for the particular crop and what kind of the fertilizer we can apply to the soil and plant. If nowadays application of fertigation means application of the fertilizer through drip system is the best method. In this, use of fertilizer efficiency is up to 80%.
Okay. And Ranjit wants to know whether the flower nutrients are available from your company.
Flower nutrient only for specialty for flower we don't have any nutrient, madam.
Okay. And one more question by Somnath Bhattacharya. Organic certification doesn't mean totally chemically free. There are chemicals which are permitted for use in organic cultivation. Hence, he's asking you to consult the certifier and the system you are using for organic cultivation.
We don't have a certifier, ma'am. Just I am telling, we can go for both. We can certify the use of both organic and synthetic with that is a permitted chemicals. Okay. Permitted level actually.
Okay. Kavita is asking any test to be carried on soil for adding nutrients, biofertilizers?
For application of biofertilizer, we need not to carry any soil test, madam. For the application of before going to general thing that before going to cropping, especially for horticulture crop, it is better to go for soil testing.
Okay. Prashant wants to know what are your product cost?
It's costing about 150 rupees per kg, ma'am. For acre, we record banana, it is about 14 kg per acre for the 1500 plants for the 6 sprays. For vegetable, it is hardly, it's required about vegetable special, it's costing about 250 rupees per kg. It's required about 4 to 6 kg per acre. And these biofertilizers costing about 150 rupees per kg maximum. 150 rupees per kg.
Okay. And how and when biofertilizer, pesticides or insecticides should be used?
This is very good question, madam. This is very important. When we are using is very important because these biofertilizers require the minimum level of moisture in the soil or in the application. It has to be, it should not be applied in the hot summer. It has to be first thing that it has to be developed by applying to the FOM first thing in the shade condition with the application of little bit of moisture on the sprinkling on the this FOM and cover, developing on the shade only. One thing. Second thing, in the root medium, rooting media such as cocoa peat, we have to enrich this cocoa peat with this about 5 to 10 kg of these biofertilizers to enrich this
Hello? Mr. Thippanna, are you there? Hello? Mr. Thippanna, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Please, audience, continue your questions. Sir, how effective is organic manure obtained from dairy animal for horticulture crops? Hello? Hello, Mr. Thippanna? Hello?
Hello.
Yes, sir. Can
Hello,
you hear
tell me,
me?
ma'am.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear me. I can hear.
Yeah, how effective is organic manure obtained from dairy animal for horticulture crops?
Because whatever the organic manure, majorly first in the earlier that cow dung or the dung or the cow, anything which is originated from dairy itself is considered to be organic manure, which is a good medium for the development of these biofertilizer, these microbes. Automatically it contains a nitrogen, phosphorus, and all the nutrient in the this dairy waste, madam. It is a good.
Okay. The Nilma Shah is asking, do you have suppliers of your product in Chennai?
If they will contact directly, we can going to supply from in the some required quantity. We'll going to supply from our own place, ma'am, on the production center itself. We'll supply.
Okay. And
To
Prashant?
some transport system.
Okay. And Prashant wants to know, do you supply in North India?
If you want, we can supply based on the transport system available. Some goods, this one now in South India, we are Vijayanagara logistic. We can supply for the whatever the place, and also if it is in a small quantity, we can send it in post parcel, madam.
Okay. And Nilma Shah wants to share contact details. Would you like to share your contact number?
Yeah, no, my number I can share, madam.
Yeah.
Can I type that one number?
Yeah, sure.
Hello?
Yeah, please type in the chat box, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And
What,
yeah. Which are the fruit crops you are dealing with? Somnath wants to know.
in the crop, mango, banana, citrus, and other crops like papaya. Which of this tropical like South India grown crop, no? All these things we are dealing, ma'am.
Okay. Kavita wants to know, are your products suitable for drip irrigation?
This drip irrigation, we can go for this biofertilizer, we can go for drip irrigation, madam. The specialty fertilizer, we have to go for spraying. That's the best one, madam. Here, that loss of fertilizer, that requirement will be high in this fertigation. If you go for foliar application, spraying, we may require very less. We can reduce the cost up to 50%, madam.
Okay.
Foliar application.
Okay. And so there are so many soil enhancement products like humic acid, right? So how to decide which product
Yes,
to buy in alliance with the farmland soil?
But based on the humic acid is suited for every crop, madam. It is applied for the soil as a soil enrichment. Depending on the which is the availability in your area, you have to decide which one to you have to go.
Okay. Nilma Shah, Prashant, Ranjit, Somnath, any more questions? Kavita, Joseph Brito? Please continue with your questions. And sir, does vermicomposite help in soil nutrition management?
Yeah, madam, definitely it will help.
So how beneficial it is for horticulture?
It is more, yeah, it's as good as this one, madam, FOM, but it is rich source compared to FOM, which is richer in nitrogen, phosphorus, and other micronutrient. These, if you apply a synthetic fertilizer, they are only specific for this specific nutrient, madam. This vermicompost is rich source of which vermicompost, if you fed vermicompost is fed by the green manure, whatever the manure it is, whatever the waste is feeding, no, according to that only vermicompost nutrient level will be maintained, madam. But it is as good as is better than this one, madam. So, this one like FOM, farmer manure.
Okay.
And it is a very direct supply of nutrient, and it helps in the maintenance of soil moisture also if you apply, and it's very good source for the horticulture crop, madam,
Okay.
compared to agriculture crops.
And so Joseph Brito wants to know, how do you mix the biofertilizer with seeds?
This is very good question, madam. If we take about 20 gram of this biofertilizer, we know this one, no, rice, this starch will be there, madam, rice starch.
Yeah.
20 gram of this biofertilizer and 20 ml of rice starch we have to mix, and in the seeds about 100 to 200 gram seeds we have to go coating, encapsulation like that we have to coat, and it has to be dried in a shade for about half an hour. Then we have to go for sowing.
Okay. Nilma Shah wants to know, is it possible to meet you in person? Do you provide consultation?
In person I am available in Bangalore, Esraghatta area, madam. If at all, if they want, they can contact me in earlier. They can contact me. They can meet me.
Okay. And Prashant wants to know, do you have any website?
We don't have a website, madam. If you want anything, you directly mail me, and I will give my feedback to that.
Okay. And so Kavita wants to know, for 1 acre cultivation of mango crop, what is the quantity of biofertilizers required?
1 hour. It's hardly about 5 to 10 kg of biofertilizer required, madam. One thing is that for the use of biofertilizer, how we are using, that is important. If you go for, in the nursery itself also we have to go for, then it is required in a less quantity. If we enrich the FIM, no, if we 1 ton of FIM enrichment, it is hardly required around 5 to 10 kg. We have to enrich that FIM. You have to use for our main field. That will be better for this like mango crop.
Okay. And she also wants to know
this one, drenching.
Okay. And she also wants to know how often it has to be sprayed.
This biofertilizer, this it is depends on in the season, at the end of the during the post monsoon, about in the September, October, we have to go apply. If we have to apply this one to the soil or go for drenching, that is better. And based on the moisture level of the soil, we have to apply, madam. And the temperature is very important for the soil temperature and moisture. When it is a wet and moist condition, if you apply, that will going to develop and multiply in better way.
Okay.
For every 1 or 2 years, we have to go for use of this biofertilizers.
Okay. And Kavita wants to know, what is the cost per kg?
It's costing that Arca microbial consortium is costing about 150 rupees per kg, ma'am. That then VAM is costing around 120 rupees per kg, madam.
Okay. Joseph, please ask question by addressing to all entire audience instead of sending private message. And so Joseph has question, can it be used on pomegranate? Any good pomegranate variety?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
we can use it, ma'am. No problem.
The Agro.
Hello?
Hello? Yeah, please continue.
We can use it for pomegranate, for any horticulture crop. Any crop we can go for use of this biofertilizer like Arca microbial consortium. It is a good formula. If you want to better result in the vegetable crops, we can get a good, very early result. For these perennial crops, it may require some time. Based on the soil health testing only, we can going to know whether it is working or not. Okay.
And he also wants to know, is this variety available with IIHR or with Samrudhi Agro?
IIHR is that they are given a technology to us, madam. We taken a technology and manufacturing in the Bangalore itself only, and it's available in the Bangalore, madam.
Okay.
We can give. If you contact me, I'll go to supply them.
Okay. Mr. Somnath is saying, Ranjit, if you are asking me, yes, you can talk my numbers. He has given the numbers.
Yes. Hello.
Hello.
Okay, they are discussing.
Okay. So audience, any more questions? Please continue with your questions if you have. Okay, Joseph wants to know any idea of a good pomegranate variety with IIHR.
In IHR, now they are not doing any work for the pomegranate, madam. If you were to good variety for NRC pomegranate, it is in Pune, madam. They can directly search in that. This one, madam. National Research Center for Pomegranate. That's Pune.
Okay. And Nilma Shah, she wants to know, can we send you our soil report, and will you be able to help us to decide on the details of applications on the sale?
Nilma Shah, where she is belongs to? Where he is belongs to?
Nilma.
Which place? Based on that, I can get to suggest.
Nilma, he wants to know from which place you belong to.
Okay, she's
from Chennai.
He's from Chennai, no?
Chennai, yeah.
For that, it is better to there on all district headquarters. There is a KVK. There is a Krishi Vijnana Kendra. There, if you go and based on the particular location, they will going to suggest based on the soil report. They will going to suggest or go for TNAU Coimbatore. That is the best place, madam. There they can visit any agronomy or the soil science department.
Okay. So Kavita is asking, can we switch from chemical fertilizer to organic fertilizer?
Immediately we can't 100% switching over will not get a good yield or good income, madam. We have to gradually we have to increase. If you applied some quantity 100% chemical fertilizers this year, we have to reduce by around 20% in the next year, 40% in the next year, and finally after when the soil health become normal and become very rich in organic carbon or well with this microflora, then 100% we can go for organic farming.
Okay.
Immediately we may not expect good result. It will take minimum 8 to 10 years of cycle.
Okay. And so how long do plants take to grow when we switch from chemical to organic fertilizer?
The plant may grow because they need some quantity of water, whatever the available nutrient they will going to grow. But expected rate of growth is not immediately we may not expect in this organic. It will take its own time for the incubation period to develop in the soil. After about 5 to 8 to 10 years, we can get some balancing in the sustainability will be there in the growth.
Okay. And Joseph, he wants to know, it takes about 7 to 8 years to convert land from inorganic to total organic?
Yes, madam, that's right. Minimum 7 to 8 years.
Yeah, Joseph, you are right. It takes 7 to 8 years to convert. Any more questions? Please, audience. I hope there are no more questions. And if the audience has any further questions, please visit agricultureinformation.com and under online education in webinar thread. You can also discuss under this link, which I'll be typing in the chat box. You can also post your questions in this forum and continue the discussion directly with Mr. Thippanna. And before ending, I request audience to fill this feedback form. It will take only a minute. Please, audience, fill this form.
Thank you, one and all.
Yeah, thanks for attending this webinar. This is an event organized by agricultureinformation.com. Please visit our webinar thread under the online education for updates on forthcoming events. I would like to thank Mr. Thippanna and audience for joining us. So I'll be closing.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank
for giving an opportunity.
Thank you. Have a nice day, sir. Have a nice day, audience.
Okay.